What's going on, guys? This is Vince with vshred.com, and today I'm going to be showing you guys 3 ways to fix your muscular imbalance. All right, so when it comes to having a muscular imbalance, and this can be for any muscle group really, today I'm going to be showing you guys just an example on a bench press, because a very common muscular imbalance is often in the chest. You can also have them in the biceps, you can have them in the quads, you can have them in any muscle group really, and this is something that I've actually suffered from as well. And the first and most important thing that you need to fix when you are trying to get rid of this, basically balance out your muscles, is simply focusing more when you are doing a set. And that just means simply establishing that mind-muscle connection when you are doing an exercise. Because what happens is a lot of times guys are going to the gym, and let's say they're doing dumbbell bench press. They go too heavy because they're, for some reason, still lifting with their ego and think that they need to impress everybody around them, as if lifting heavy is going to impress them anyways. And they're basically going and they'll do a bench press and they'll do some kind of lift, and they're going to squirm under the weight, and they're not going to be able to handle it with proper form. Therefore, they're going to be using assisted muscle groups, secondary, tertiary muscle groups that would be being worked anyways, but the primary mover is not the primary mover when you're squirming under the weight and when you have bad form. So the first and most important thing that you can do is really focus on time under tension and focus in on every single set. And that means pretty much dropping weight, because when you drop weight, you're gonna find that your form is much cleaner than when you're just going heavy. And therefore, let's say you're doing chest, you can actually, instead of trying to just do everything that you can to get that weight from point A to point B, you can actually retract your scapula, retract your shoulders, and then actually focus on using your chest muscle to push that weight forward, therefore allowing you to work both pecs evenly. So that's the first thing. You really want to focus in and get that mind-muscle connection with your chest, and that is going to basically help you work both sides evenly. The second thing is that you can start doing unilateral workouts. You can basically start doing dumbbells and working your muscles unilaterally. So what does that mean? That basically means instead of going down into a dumbbell bench press, just pressing up like this, what you're going to do instead is basically hold one at the top, go down, press back up, and then go into the other one. And you can go alternating, or you can just go 1 for however many reps you're going for. Let's say you're going for 10, you go for 10 reps here, and then you go to the other side and you go for 10 reps there. And the main thing that's happening here is that when you are pressing with both arms the same weight at the same time, all of us are guilty of basically, like me for instance, I sit at my computer a lot. Therefore, I'm going to be hunched over a lot. Therefore, when I press, I naturally roll my shoulders forward and I use a lot of my anterior deltoid, but I also sit to one side. Maybe I'm using the mouse more than the other or something like that. So, and I broke my collarbone when I was a kid. Therefore, my right shoulder is actually shorter, about an inch shorter than my left. And that does not mean that you can't build your muscles evenly. It just means you have to be aware of how your muscles are being hit without thinking about it. That way you can start thinking about it and hitting them right, because what's happening is I actually suffered from my right pec being a little underdeveloped, and all that I took to fix it was hitting these unilaterally, hitting one side and then the other. And that's because when I was hitting both, I was just focusing on using as much weight as I could and getting that weight up no matter what it took. And if it was an ugly set or an ugly rep, so what? Whereas instead, when I focused on doing one, and I really focused on putting my mind-muscle connection in that one muscle right there, and then I did the other, I was finding that I was getting a much better pump, and my pecs started to basically even out and equal in size, and my muscles were all of a sudden becoming balanced, something that I struggled with for a long time. So the first two are to focus in, get the mind-muscle connection, and work out unilaterally. The third thing that you guys can do, and this is also something that I used to incorporate pretty much daily into my routine, is additional volume at the end of your workout. And that does not mean additional volume. Let's say that you have unbalanced pecs, the example I've been using the whole video. If you have unbalanced pecs, that does not mean that you're going and you're just simply doing more of a chest exercise. That means if you, let's say, like my right pec was underdeveloped, let's say you're doing that and you're trying to get it back up to even, that means instead of doing double, you're just going to simply work that one side a little more. And this can be, if you want to do, what I would do is basically go for 3 sets of 8 to 10, and I would go for lighter weight, and I would go for really slow form. What you want to focus on if you're trying to go for additional volume to increase your muscular, to basically get your muscles to grow, you obviously want to go for hypertrophy. You want to go for the extended period of time under tension. The time under tension that has been proven to increase muscle mass the fastest is 40 to 60 seconds per set. So if you're doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, you want to slow that down so that that entire set is 50, 60 seconds, and that is going to give you the additional volume you need to basically increase the size of that one side without cutting down on the rest of your workouts, because you don't want to go to the gym and only hit your less developed muscle, because when you are not hitting your other side, you're just going to start getting weak, and you don't want to do that. So you want to just put additional volume on the underdeveloped muscle until it is balanced again. And then once you do have balanced muscles, you really want to just focus on making sure that you are focusing on the time under tension, working. You can continue doing the unilateral work, or you can just really learn to establish that mind-muscle connection with both sides, both muscles, whether it's biceps, whether it's delts, no matter what it is. If you're establishing that mind-muscle connection with both sides evenly, you're going to get balanced muscles and keep balanced muscles. So try that out. If you guys are, I've been getting a lot of questions on my YouTube channel of people asking me to make a video for imbalanced muscles. So here you go. So try this out. Let me know if you like it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up so I know to keep making videos like this. I actually have a free fitness quiz as well that gives you 3 more tips for your body type. You just got to answer a couple of questions, and it spits out a video where you can take notes on it if you want, and it gives you 3 tips that you guys can start using today. So you can check that out by clicking the link in the description below. Other than that, comment any questions, concerns, video recommendations. I only made this video because you guys asked, so if you have other video recommendations, make sure you're asking them. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.